Yeah, so our nonprofit was one of the first affordable housing nonprofits that was started in Austin in the late 90s. And then we really started doing work after the capacity building ups and downs that a lot of nonprofits have when they first start. And so we started off building some single family affordable houses and then a senior affordable housing complex. And then we realized this corner, 12 and Chicon, is really where if we're going to have a biggest impact, that's where we got to go big. And so the building we're in right now is our first bigger mixed use building, as well as one across the street. And so we had a permit for the other property to do exactly this, which is 23 units with parkings just and this. But then the city code changed and allowed for us to build a much larger building with no parking. And so we took advantage of it. And so it took a bit to get that permitted, but this has now been under contract for about 10 months and should be opening up with buyers late fall. You know, a lot of people would look at this project and say that it's just a project to be sustainable for sustainability's sake. But, you know, our mission is affordability. And I am on a personal mission to make sure other developers understand that if they're really going to try, and cities are really going to address affordability, they should look at solar. You know, they should be looking at carless condominiums or carless projects with, you know, cardigos, because the cost savings of not owning a vehicle in the United States is $12,000 to $15,000 a year. When you factor in insurance costs, car ownership, gas, maintenance, inspections, also, it's $12,000 to $15,000 a year. The way that we have modeled this, it's basically free for everybody to have two vehicles to use. We factored that into the HOA fee, and the average HOA fee is only $200 a month for everything, which is great. And then everybody gets to use that for 9 hours a month for free. And then after that, they get billed, but like at a fraction of what it would be for like an Uber. We're giving everybody an e-bike for them to keep when they check in. We have 10 B-cycles for all the buyers to kind of use as well. We have a new bus stop that we're creating. So for me, the issue is an affordable question. And, you know, when you look at the solar cost too, the whole building is electric. And so when you factor in that we have actually modeled about 95% solar coverage for the need, for the demand, everybody's going to be getting a rebate back on our electric bill. And in Austin, as you know, that can be anywhere between $80 to $150 a month. So, you know, we look at that as another probably, you know, $2,000 or $3,000 cost savings a year.
Come on this way. Right here are the only 4 parking spaces for the entire 53-unit condominium development. 2 ADA spaces and then 2 parking spaces for the car shares that we'll have for just the owners to have. This is going to be one of the, I think, the important sort of mobility areas on the whole project. We are working with Cat Metro right over here to put a new bus stop. And it'll be a covered station, which they don't really have a covered stop on Chicon right through here. And we're going to do it working with a local artist to do kind of a wrap, really nice artist wrap around it. And then right here, we're working with Cat Metro to put 10 of their B-cycles in place. So that'll be right basically where you're standing. And then, you know, the main entrance to the building is around over the side where we have an on-site inside locked up room for all their e-bikes to be charged as well. This commercial space is going to be pretty cool because these are going to have like those garage door wraps, but really nice architectural wraps. And then, you know, this is going to be lower down. This will be outdoor seating, kind of right here. It'll be a nice little spot. Here, just to give you a frame of mind, so that's the edge of this commercial space, and the other 2 are over there. This is a stairwell to go up, and like an outside street entrance. And then here are the only 3 units that will have an outdoor fenced-in area with a patio door that kind of comes out. It'll be a small area, but it'll be nice. And we can go inside one of the units if you want. So one of the things you'll note is that it's entirely light gauge steel construction. It's not a wood construction. And, you know, there's a couple reasons for that. A lot of contractors don't do condominiums with wood construction anymore. Just because, you know, with wood you get settling. And with settling you get cracks in the wall. With cracks in the wall you get lawsuits from owners. And so, you know, they're all pretty small units. Most of the units are 1-bedroom units. And we have, I think, like 8 2-bedroom units, 2-bedroom, 1 bath. But even this, I think this is the smallest unit. This is actually a market rate unit. That's an affordable unit. The market rate affordable units are exactly the same. Finish out everything is exactly the same. But this is a 480 square foot unit. So 1-bedroom, 1 bath. We are in basically the living room and the kitchen area, all right here. You know, on the first floor you have really high ceilings. These are like 14, 15 foot ceilings. And then come out this kind of into the courtyard. This is the bathroom for this unit and a bedroom. Then if you come out this way, it might get a little bit loud, but we're going to go into the courtyard. In the very middle is a podium with 2 units on both sides. It goes all the way up. And then the main common area is on the very top of that. We're planning to seed our own that can grow 45, 50 feet eventually. It'll be a real pretty area. This is going to be like an exterior bike rack area over there. That, and then you can go into it is the fitness room. This is the room, watch your step. This is the room for the e-bike storage. So we'll have enough plug-ins for, you know, putting everybody's e-bike, you know, getting it all charged up. Yeah. Although I think most people like myself are probably going to take the battery and charge it in the room, more than likely. And then every floor also has a storage room so that every unit gets its own storage locker, which is a big deal. Watch your step. This is the storage locker area for the first floor. So it'll be stacked with about 8 storage lockers in here. And then this is the fitness room right behind you over here. So this will be nice, you know, you can be working out and have all these windows. Number one, that opens up to have a little breeze, but also just kind of overlooks that courtyard. Gives women, I think, a sense of security that there's, you know, no closed spaces in here. Yeah. That's going to be the main entrance. It'll be a really nice architectural, like what we call breeze block, with the metal door entrance. It'll be real pretty. So this area right here will be closed off. You walk in here, you'll hop on the elevator right here, and then there's an entrance right behind you out to where this is where the only, again, 4 parking spaces for the whole 53 unit, 3 commercial. So most of the solar panels are on the roof, right? Yeah. But here, this will be our main community area, but it'll be a transparent solar panel system on top, which will be really pretty. Take a look through there, but the views are
it's spectacular.
UT, Capitol, downtown. Yeah. And you know, when you see that reference point, you're like, man, you know, especially if you work downtown, which that's the largest employer for all of Central Texas. Yeah. That's the storage locker room for this floor. See the airport?
Sure.
Yep. Over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's kind of cool, probably not seeing it right now, but usually, I mean, this is, you can just, if you're a plane person, you can just watch the planes come and go all day. This is typically the landing area.
What a great project.